Developing at this hour, the Jeffrey Epstein case. The Justice Department now releasing hundreds of thousands of documents in the Epstein case, including never-before-seen photos because of this deadline. What we're seeing so far, and this evening why the Justice Department says it still needs more time. Here's our Chief Justice correspondent, Pierre Thomas, now.
Tonight, after months of delays, the Justice Department has begun releasing hundreds of thousands of documents from its investigation into sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. It came after Congress forced their hand, passing a law requiring DOJ to release the full FBI files by the end of the day. But that won't happen. What's being released now, sources tell us, is less than half of the files. In this initial release, never-before-seen records from the investigation and thousands of photographs, some graphic and heavily redacted. But without context about what any of this means. The big question, will the files reveal a list of powerful men who took part in Epstein's sexual abuse of teenage girls? The FBI insisted there was no list, that there was no evidence that could lead them to charge anyone else with crimes. President Trump had a long friendship with Epstein, White House Chief of Staff Susie Wiles describing them as sort of young single playboys together. Trump says he and Epstein eventually had a falling out.
I have nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein. I threw him out of my club many years ago because I thought he was a sick pervert.
The White House Chief of Staff says Trump's name comes up in the files, but not doing anything awful. I sat down with Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche, who was also the president's criminal defense attorney.
Well, every document that mentions President Trump, every picture of him, every video, every bit of information related to him in these files be released today or at some point in this process.
Assuming it's consistent with the law, yes. So there's no effort to hold anything back because there's the name Donald J. Trump.
Trump has tried to turn the focus to Epstein's relationships with Democrats like former President Clinton. Today's release includes some never-before-seen images of Clinton and Epstein together. This picture of Clinton in a jacuzzi, and this one of him swimming with Epstein's accomplice, convicted sex trafficker Ghislaine Maxwell. But Clinton has not been accused of wrongdoing. In fact, the White House Chief of Staff told Vanity Fair there's no incriminating information about Clinton in the files, saying Trump was wrong about that.
David, we should note that DOJ is deciding what to release and when to release it. What we're seeing tonight is just part of the Epstein files, with additional batches of documents expected to be released in the coming days and weeks. David?
All right, Pierre Thomas on this breaking story on a Friday night. Pierre, thank you.